Process identification, themes. Let's have a look at what themes are for. We use the theme to identify the class of processes. In the reference, we have the key, in this case ATS, the number that identifies the class of processes, and the version number, in this case 1. Each process is identified with a process reference. That is the same that the class of processes reference and an ID. For additional information to identify the processes, we will use the themes. The themes option is a mechanism that allows you to decide which panel fields are going to be used as an additional information to identify each process. We could say that is the equivalent to the labels or the metadata of a document. For example, to find a document in a library, we can filter it by its name, process start date, creator, etc. If we want to find the process, we could do the same using the panel fields. For example, start message creator, process start date, status, etc. Each process has up to 10 themes. The only thing we need to do is to identify which panel fields will be used as them, okay? In this case, we have creator, status, and type of cover. This can be done indicating in a form or system task which field we want to be a theme. From this moment, we will be able to search for a process through its creator, status, or type of cover. I could look, for example, for the ones Sarah Lee intervenes, the processes ones, and replacement type of cover. The data that appear in the themes will be the one that was there in the panel when the themes were updated. So if later on the panel value changes, the theme value won't change unless we update the themes again. Let's go to see this in execution. So let's go to my tasks. Let's start the process. Product request. Keyboard. And delivery date, we just add today. And send request. Okay. And now we can see that a task has been sent and a notification, okay? Here in this grid, we can see that we have two themes, okay? So there are two fields that we have set up as themes. If I start another process, but I ask for a photocopier instead, a photocopier or a telephone. Okay. We will see how the theme data changes. Okay, so now we have asked for a telephone. So if I go now and filter the process, okay, I could filter the process like say, only theme, okay, to have keyboard, and proceed. I can see that I only have now the ones that have the keyboard, okay? In this case, okay, we have only two themes, but we could have up to 10, okay? We could filter the processes by any of the themes we have set up, whether they appear in the grid or not. So let's go to see where we can set the themes. So we go to structure, processes, product request, diagram. Actually, we just need this diagram. Okay, and if we go to here, okay, now the form, dynamic form, and we can have here, okay, we can see the ones we selected as themes. Okay, you can see the theme column here, and we can see email was one and material was the other one. Okay, how does the system decide which theme goes to theme 1, the one that is theme 2, etc.? The system orders them as we add them. This means that the theme 1 will be the first I add or I select, okay? And then the second, and then the third, and so on. So if in execution I choose here one of these options. Okay, so let's imagine I choose some kind of material, okay, keyboard for example. Okay, this value will be saved and will be the one used unless we change it. Okay, so if I go here, I have an option that is update themes. Okay, so if I select this, okay, then if I add keyboard to the process, but I save the draft and don't start the process and I go back again and change it to monitor, for example, it will update the theme. Okay, but if this option isn't selected, okay, the theme won't be updated, so the keyboard will be the value that stays. Okay, we can also set the option to update in a later task and also we can use a system task. We will see this update themes system tasks in the advanced course. And this shall be all for this video about themes.